Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. The weather is getting better, so I am starting out on my regular work without a jacket. And I finished my last session early enough, so I said I would do a quick 20 minutes work. And I thought, okay, let me just come on IG Live and talk to people, and we reflect about the week and some of the happenings around us. How is your week going? How is everything going, everybody? How is your week starting out? And can you tell us where you're joining us from today? And welcome to my neighborhood. If this is the first time you're joining this IG Live on the streets of Ranting in the neighborhood with Dr. Hadi, that's our house over there. This is our neighbor's house. We live by the lake. This is the lake behind our house. It runs at the back of the house. There's another house there. There's one on the like a little bit of a mountain here. I love my neighborhood, and that's why I do these works. I love the greenery, especially in summer. It's usually nice and a little bit quiet. And somebody's cutting the grass, so we can hear the sound. Okay, how are you doing? Hope everything. Somebody said they're calling in from Borno State, Nigeria, and joining from London, England, from Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome in. If you have questions for me, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to drop those questions. And there is noise in my background because somebody is mowing the lawn over there, so that is why you can hear some noise. I'm going to cross to the other side to minimize the noise. So, Pretoria, South Africa. Welcome, everybody. Last week was a little bit heated up. I started the middle of the week talking about imposter syndrome and how imposter syndrome is affecting everybody, including myself, and how nobody is immune from imposter syndrome. And what are some of the things that cause imposter syndrome, and how we can overcome imposter syndrome as people. And if you didn't watch that video, I think it was really good. I was a little vulnerable, talked about some situations that actually gave me imposter syndrome. And I think you can go back and rewatch it if this is something you want. On Saturday, I came on to do IG Live because of the video I dropped on Friday about UK folks, and people reacted to that video a lot, and that got me thinking. So the reactions that we got under the video when I posted that, we got some reaction based on people going through that situation, and we also got some reaction from people who were saying, "Oh, you went there for school. Why do you decide to stay back? That's not what you said you were going there to do." And I could see through some empathy for others, Nigerians all around the world just feeling concerned for UK folks. Majority of the people, we were on the same page on the issues going on. All right, so if anybody have issues this week, what am I focusing on? To be honest, this week, I'm just focusing on people's issues. Anybody that shows up on my career coaching or any one-on-one situation, I think in the beginning of the week, I go in with fresh energy, and I let what people are bringing to me dictate my thoughts for by the time I get to the middle of the week. So I said, let me do some consultation for people today on here. Nobody has dropped any question, surprisingly. I'm doing this work and thought maybe I can answer a few questions for you. If you have any question on anything whatsoever, including relationship, I will be happy to answer that for you. And if you don't have any question, me and you will just take this work and go back home. So we are having a first stop very soon, and it's by the lake that is at the end of the road, of our little road in my neighborhood, and then we'll leave there and go to our water fountain, and then we head home. No questions, no concern. How is your week going? It's Monday. If the week is starting out well for you, I want to hear. What is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome, by the way, is not diagnosable, but this is a condition that makes you feel like you're not good enough to do these things that you're doing, that you're less qualified than your counterparts. So imposter syndrome limits your ability to take on tasks. Like, it just makes you feel like you're not worthy of the things that you are doing or about to do. And this happens to the best of us. And when you start to feel like you're not worthy to be where you are, you're not worthy to be in that room, then you are afraid. Your voice is not heard. You are quiet, and when you even open your mouth to talk, you stammer. And or sometimes if you don't stammer, your voice is a little low because you are feeling like you're not worthy to be there. And I think it happens to a lot of people. Maybe they have migrated, or even you have not migrated. You are the only female in the group of men. I'm an engineer, and when I started my career in engineering, I was the only female in the company. It's a small company. I started with a startup in Canada, and that company didn't even have female toilets. It was because of me that they had to create female toilets. It's a startup. And because it was full of men, they only had male toilets. And when I joined, I was now wondering, do you guys want me to be using male toilets? And look at how much of a man and manly culture that was. And for me as a woman, at that point, when you get to a company and realize you don't have female toilets, you immediately start to think, am I worthy to be here? Am I not in the wrong place? Maybe this job is for men. Engineering is for men. And that is what they've told me over the years, that engineering is for men, right? And immediately, those type of situations just brought that back to say, they've always said engineering is not for female. Now, let's stop by the lake. This is the lake. This is stop one. This is the lake this is the other side of our property. And this is the lake there. I really do love this lake. And people usually come here to fish in the evenings after work. They just come here, they chill, they fish, and just enjoy this scenery, which I love a lot. I live in the suburb of Chicago, and I love this suburb. I love this neighborhood. It's very cool, calm, and collected, and it's just trouble-free, right? And even your kids can ride their bicycle on the road. It's very good. Okay, so I hope that explained what imposter syndrome means to the person who asked. And this is not just a female thing, right? Imposter syndrome happens to everybody, including sometimes you are feeling like, I'm new to this country, my accent is different. And immediately feel like because your accent is different, your education is different, then you are not good enough. Especially for us Nigerians, right? We may be thinking, my education is from Nigeria. It's low quality compared to all these people. So maybe I'm not good enough to be here. And you are good enough. You are definitely good enough. All right. Hello, Dr. Adi. Let's see questions. If you keep dropping the questions. Thanks for all you do. I have a bachelor's in geological science and 20 years of experience in Nigerian customs. I want to go to Canada or USA. What are my chances? I want to do my master's. So you want to go to the US or Canada to do your master's. Of course, you can do your master's. What type of area will I suggest for someone like you? You work with customs, so your government agency. So somebody like you with your background in geological science, what will I choose for you? Maybe GIS, geographical information systems will be one of the options. Sustainability may be an option, but GIS will be my first option for someone like you. But I think a master's is not bad. You can look at that, and either Canada or the US will work. I think the US may work better for you in this case, but Canada will also work. In whichever one you choose, you'll be fine. All the best. Dr. Hadi, I have not been able to get a job with my master's degree in the UK. I don't know the way forward. I'm tired of doing care. I'm sorry that you're currently doing care. You didn't tell me what your master's degree was. You didn't tell me anything about your previous work experience. When you're looking for a job, let's be honest with ourselves. With what the world requires right now, having a degree will not get you a job. Having a master's degree, a fancy degree, will not get you a job. Having a very good combination of education, work experience, and technical competencies plus certification is what gets you a job. Now, I didn't know much about what you have studied. Well, I believe that for most Africans, when we go to school, we focus on the education because we believe that once I get a degree, I will get a job. No. Once you get a degree, you will get a job. It has never worked and it will not work. So it is not a good strategy to just say, I'm going to school, and once I go to school, everything will be fine. No. Once you go to school, first of all, what was the intention of getting that master's? Is it to build on certain competencies that you have before, or is it to use it to branch into another career? What was the motivation? Now, let's say you have even made a mistake. You are studying something that is not good. That's fine. We can still look at how do we make a good combination out of what you are doing. We will look back at what you studied previously, what work experience you had previously, plus what you are studying now, or you're about to finish studying, or you have studied, and look and say, what type of career path can we make out of that? What type of job should we put you forward for? Always keep in mind, it is not always compulsory to get a job in exactly what you studied. You can study something and get a job in something else, depending on the combination that you have, the education, the work experience, the competencies, the certifications. That we need to assess all of it together to say, what is the best career path we want to put you forward for? Now, when we talk about what is the best career path, it is based on the need of that economy. If you are in the UK, what are the in-demand jobs? What is the need of that economy? Being able to know the critical need of the UK's economy when it comes to career paths, it will help us know how do we fit what you have, your combination, into what is a need in the UK. Once we find out what that career path is, that we feel like what you have, a combination of what you have, will work for that career path and it's in demand. Now we want to know, what does that job require? What are the must-have? What are the nice-to-have? And then get you to focus on getting them. Sometimes a certification has more value than a whole 2-year degree. Because if that career path, if you know what the needs are, and let's say the needs is, they said must have this particular certification. Let me give you an example. In Canada, let's use project management as an example. Project management in Canada, if you want to be a project manager, one of the must-have is PMP. PMP certification is a must-have for project manager career. Now, a lot of Nigerians will head to Canada to do a postgraduate certificate in project management. That is a whole 1-year program. They pay $18,000 for it, right? But did you know that if you have that program, you finish project management, PGD or postgraduate certificate program, but you don't have PMP certification, you will look for a job, you will not get it. You will not get it. You went to school for 1 whole year. You paid $18,000. And what you have obtained is not a must-have for the job. It's not. And then you didn't get PMP license. You didn't get PMP certification, sorry. The water is watering. And I've come to the other side of the lake, so the water is blowing my hair. We're about to get to my second bus stop, and then we can go back home. As I was explaining, I'm using project management to explain. Every career path don't have certification, but you need to know what is the must-have for my career path. As I was explaining, as I'm speaking right now, many Nigerians are in school in Canada doing postgraduate certificate program in project management, and they are not planning to get PMP when they graduate or before they finish. They will now finish school. They will automatically be looking for project management job and say, I have a postgraduate certificate in project management now. They should give me a job now. They will not give you a job because you don't have PMP. PMP is a must-have for that career. And this is why it's important oftentimes to talk to a career coach. Because if you think, Shebi, I have certificate for it. Shebi, I have masters in project management. Shebi, I have done a masters in project management. Shebi, they should give me a job. Shebi, a master's degree in project management should be higher than PMP. That is just a certification. You lie to yourself, because what the job market needs for that career path is what the job market needs. And you can't argue with the job market. You can't argue with the system. It's either you get with the program or you don't get the job. So when I see our people capitalize on, I have a degree, I've gone to school, I got the education, then the question is, okay, did you know the job requirement for that career path? Is that education even a must-have? A master's is not a must-have for a project manager career. It's a nice to have. Then you went and do it for 2 years. A PMP certification is a must-have for a project manager career. And then you abandon that, you didn't do it. And then tomorrow we will blame the government. We will say that our people are subjected to care job. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. You didn't need that 2-year degree. You didn't need that 2-year master's. It was a nice to have. You didn't even know what the must-have is. This is our second stop, so we can go back home. I like coming here. I'm crossing over. So I like coming here. It's our little waterfall, and when I get here, this is my final bus stop. Then my 30 minutes is almost over. There's another one on that side. Yeah, I'll stay there for a bit, and then I'll start going home. But I'm not staying for a bit because I have another session in 5 minutes, so it's time to go home. All right, as I was explaining, I could talk about this all day, because everybody's career, the job requirement is not the same. We are giving an example of PMP right now, and PMP is